This call is from a person currently in a prison in England. All calls are logged and recorded and may be listened to by a member of prison staff. If you do not wish to accept this call, please hang up now.
Day 10, HMP Thameside, IDTS Wing. Beginning to lose track of the days now, and have had to pray for patience here with the inmates numerous times for calm. This morning I tried again to get my solicitor on the call list. Staff said that if it's not accepted by this afternoon, they'll do it themselves, but they won't. My mum and my friend's number have been accepted, so I'm hoping to call my mum at tea time. I think it will be very rushed. It appears my friend has been accepted on my visitor list too, so I'll see if they will come down and if I'm actually allowed visitors. I don't think I'll request to put my mum through the same ordeal and theatrics. Another friend sent me an email which is positive. I'm glad they're not worried about me. I'll write a response soon. On social, Ahmed and I hung out and chatted. For dinner, I had wholemeal baguette, tuna pot, it was slightly overfilled, and a sort of penguin biscuit, a shot of cordial, and veg soup that I can't use, having no kettle. I somehow drifted to sleep as I waited for tea time / social in a few hours, and had a dream that could have actually been a really exciting drama if it was on TV. I had 2 unconscious casualties that I'd found with various unknown wounds. As time went by and they came to, I had to come to discover through cutscenes and messages on their phones that they'd sent when I wasn't looking that there was something peculiar taking place or had taken place. Anyway, I woke up to exercise football with my pad door open and in my boxies in bed. I reluctantly got dressed but could not be bothered at all with football. I was well too tired and it was well too much effort and it was well too cold. I was so close to just staying in bed. I don't know why I actually got up to line up with the others. I was still tired and wishing my dream had continued to go on because it was actually really interesting drama. But I did get up. Ahmed was with about 6 others who was also going to football with us. Apparently some were going to gym, others to football. I looked around at the decrepit bunch and asked, who can actually play football? And then people just said, nobody. And that actually included myself. One very gone lad said, it's our wing versus another wing. It's not fair because we're all on detox. I thought it would indeed not be fair on us, but I wanted to play nonetheless at this point, strictly for fun. Leaving the building, next to the fans, this was other prisoners looking out of the window, as I was ready to represent the wing, even as somebody who doesn't belong here. At the fitness centre, a minute walk from our wing, we walked through the metal detector with a warm welcome from a circle who, if you pictured the generic PE teacher from school, you probably wouldn't be far off how this fella looked. In black shorts and shirts, arms crossed, somewhat stood rocking backwards and forwards occasionally. We all were in the gym for induction, not for football, as we thought. Probably because there wasn't enough of us to play football. So it was a gym session, and the gym session was well worth waking up for, let me tell you. It was a good job that I didn't stay in bed. It had everything you could ask for or expect in a gym, plus a table tennis and a court for badminton. I went to use the squat rack before some lad said, "Oi, I'm using that," pointing to a water bottle that he put next to this squat rack. They must have put that water there the second that we got in the gym. but they weren't even using it because I was about to use it. Are you fucking mad? You're nowhere near it, I exclaimed in frustration. I guess I found their dibs system ridiculous. The lads are still walking further away when they said, gym session hasn't even started yet. In a way, like they were expecting a chaotic gym session. What's that? Oh, I've just got a form here. Well then, thanks mate. I just got a little slip through the door that my padmate handed me. Social visit. Prisoner's name, Middleborough. You have a social visit booked on 30 the 1st, 2025 at 3:30 p.m. Please ensure that you stay within the vicinity of your cell 30 minutes before commencement of your visit, in bold and capitals. If you are not ready when staff comes to collect you, you will, and underlined, miss your visit, and you will not be credited with a visiting order. Staff will not return to pick you up. Please make sure you bring your ID card with you. That's actually handy because when I've had visits in the past, they just literally just got you from the cell randomly, spontaneously. You've had no idea that it was going to occur. So that's, but again, this is just for their convenience, and it's just to make sure that I'm local for them. So what's that, the 30th? Today, by the way, everybody, is the 29th of January. So that's where we're at. So yeah, I was so pissed off that like everybody had like dipped the machines and he literally wasn't even using them. They just look. So anyway, I said I protested as I looked around at empty machines with water bottles or prison ID cards, so-called claiming equipment, and said out loud for everybody to hear, "This is jokes. I can leave one sock there, another sock on that machine, my card there, and claim all of the machines by myself by the looks of it." I was so pissed off, you know. Anyway, with that off my chest, we ran around to warm up, moving our arms in the motion called out by the fitness coach. I waited next to the squat rack for somebody to finish. But this person was legitimately a machine. I don't think they ever need to stop squats. Like there's no end for them. They offered for me to hop on with them in between sets, so I did. He was a great motivator. He was going, "Strong, do another set. Strong, do another set," to keep me going. And they finished me off. We swapped half the weights between each of the sets, as you do. I think I've done around 50 to 60 squats at 40 kilograms. I'll do 50 to 60 kilograms next time, but with less reps. Rest time between sets was less than a minute, and I had to fight to remain conscious a few times. I'm not lying, I legitimately could have fainted. My legs are absolutely finished. I still got jelly legs hours later, and I'll probably be worse tomorrow. I know I'm prone to exaggerate, but I'm not when I tell you it feels like I've lifted an entire continent with my legs. I then got beat by Ahmed at badminton. I could barely use my legs. I was just waddling about. I was just playing for their sake rather than mine at this point. We then did some bench press until failure. It was really fun. A few of the lads and fellas had a great time. With induction finished, apparently we can go 5 days a week. I won't be going for at least 3, and due to like how my legs were. Though we likely only have 4 days or 3.5 days left in this prison now anyway, because we had a court case coming up and we expect it to be moved to Azkaban. What's the real Azkaban called? Yeah, we expect it to be moved to. It's gonna come to me. Belmarsh. Back on the wing, I wobbled towards my pad, literally wobbling, seeing the closest there has been to a fight yet, because somebody was caught rooting through a bin in somebody else's cell for an empty vape. The owner of the cell was fuming, and others on the wing, particularly Rastaman, was vocal because of the complete lack of shame and dignity on display from the potential bin thief, who wasn't even bothered by his own behaviour. There wasn't another social time because people were getting their canteens later. I quickly got to speak to my mum from Ahmed's cell, relaying my instructions and hoped to speak for longer another time. She was concerned because of the wing that I was on, that I was sick or something. Same as my solicitor, you were like, oh my God, are you okay? Why are you on the IDTS wing? Are you sick? Are you injured? Things like this. I said, I'm fine. It's like an insane asylum here, but I'm fine. I think I'm placed here out of spite rather than for my health. So, yeah, I just assured them. Tea. Food later was absolutely peng, once again. There's much needed spicy chicken leg and thigh, the usual new potatoes, extra rice, and Genoa cake. My mum told me that Kelly's will visit tomorrow on account of their number being banned. I asked to double check and to confirm and to arrange it, if not. I didn't get anything from my canteen due to no money on my account, but the rest of the wing sounds happily enough. I'll try to sleep soon, with nothing else to do. Obviously this is day 10, I still had no TV, no kettle, no phone.
Thank you for tuning in to Diary of a Political Prisoner. What was a short list for you was a period of time in prison for me. So please make sure that you subscribe on whatever podcast player you're listening on to be notified of future episodes. Each episode was recorded in a prison cell as I'm held on remand for allegedly being involved in a Palestine action to disrupt and destroy weapons in a genocidal Israeli arms factory under Section 5 of the Terrorism Act. My diary is a podcast only to give you something in the hope that you can give help and support to my mum and son, which I can't do by any other means from prison. In supporting them, for £5 a month, you can get a week's worth of episodes in advance every Monday. For £10 a month, you'll get the week's worth of episodes. Plus, I'll respond to any question you have in a monthly question and answer episode on my Patreon at patreon.com/politicalprisonerpod. For £25 a month, our humanitarian aid tier, you get all of the above while knowing my little boy is supported and happy. One-time donations can be made by emailing or messaging my producer on social media. Media/collaboration inquiries are on the same line as senders and inbox. If you can't support me family in my absence, please follow the podcast on Instagram if you're going to be listening. Please follow on Twitter, all of our socials. Our handle is Diary Pol Prisoner. Please share them and this podcast with your friends. It's free to do and it helps this project grow. You can also send me a prisoner email or letters, drawings, anything like that. Links to everything mentioned can be found in the podcast description below. Thank you, love and solidarity.